there. Welcome back to Arizona Lifestyles with Holly Waxman. And we're going to talk about buyers, sellers, and dreamers with real estate. And I'm so lucky today to have Julie Xander here, a realtor and an influencer and a friend for probably close to 20 years.
Crazy how time flies, but we are getting younger. So I love that.
Yes. And especially my special daughter here, Britney Waxman, another one of my partners at 72 Souls. And welcome, Britney.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Britney. I love it. So cute. I love that you guys get to work together.
Yeah. The mother-daughter team.
It's a fun thing.
I know the two of you have such good energy together. I love it.
Really?
Yeah. And I also feel like, when you're going to buy a house, like it's such a personal thing. And a lot of times it is the whole family that's looking. So I love too that there's the younger version that can relate maybe to the younger family. And then we have Holly who can relate to the older family. No offense, Holly.
Maybe the smarter, more mature.
You know what's funny is like when you go on to when we go on listing appointments or we're with a client who wants to purchase a 55 plus and wants to be in that whole community.
You're like, I'm out. Okay, Mom, you take it.
There's some people that would be like, I've even been told I would never hire you if you didn't work with your mom.
That's right. No, but it's true.
Because they're not I've been told in my face, you're not even old enough to live here. You know?
No, and that's totally true. Well, it was like when I used to teach gentle yoga. I didn't teach gentle yoga. When I would be asked to sub a gentle yoga class, and I'm like, my brain can't even, my easiest of moves were still too difficult for them because it's an experience thing, Now, almost 49, I'm starting to understand better what that means of like slowing down. But that's an age thing. And so I love that the two of you can come together and you guys can kind of work together. Because I think maybe a young couple getting married for the first time might look at you and be like, you have no idea what we need.
Right. And I love working with Britney because she has such great enthusiasm and she just really wants to
like when you start slowing down at 8 p.m., she's just getting revved up.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. That's so funny.
That is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a lot of enthusiasm. She loves to help people and she's so curious. And she's like Julie, who's beautiful inside and out. So is Britney. I mean, she loves just to help people and she's so patient and kind. So,
which is
Okay, so then, Britney, what would you say about your mama? What would you say is like the thing that makes your mom so special at what she does? And what is she teaching you just by watching her? What has she taught you in this real estate business?
What my mom has taught me in real estate is
so
much. The list can go on and on. I could be here for days.
Yeah, but was on my hip when we started.
Right. And of course, it was a different time and everything. But now I have learned to just not speak when I don't need to speak. Sure,
that's hard, right?
Also, to maybe it's not always. Maybe my mom has definitely taught me this. Is that some people just don't have the privilege of understanding how I feel about things and my opinions about things.
Like if they're not ready to hear it, it doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, if they're not ready to hear it, if someone is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, like someone who I'm working with or, someone on the other side is just not performing the way they should, like not showing up. I should just...
That's a pet peeve.
Oh yeah. I should just hold back, take a breath, step up to the plate, and get it done.
So are you saying your mom is patient?
She has taught me patience, taught me poise, and how to say things very eloquently in person and over email, which is definitely...
Well, maybe I can take some lessons from your mom on that.
Well, you know what? I always try to empathize with everybody and be kind. And I don't think of myself as perfect. I think I'm really good at real estate, but there's lots of things that I'm not so good at. So,
well, I like that you can recognize that. A lot of people can't recognize that. I can recognize that. People say to me all the time, like, what is it, Julie, that you can't do? And I'm like, well, for starters, I don't cook. I can't cook. I can't clean. Like, it's just a lost cause. Like, forget about, like, it's not like a lazy thing or whatever. Like, I will clean and you'll be like, why does this look so bad? I just don't have the gift.
Right.
I'm not going to pretend I do. I do not.
Right? But you do a lot of things really good.
Thanks. Yeah. There's more, but we won't get into that right now.
But that's always okay. It's always good to be able to have what you're talented at and then, you know, be able to acknowledge that this is a good time where maybe I need to get an assistant.
Well, and that's why you have a team too, right? Because then, and that's what I love about a team is that I feel like, you know, you fill in each other's, the places that maybe you miss on, and then you make each other stronger by being together. It's not really a good thought that by myself I can rule the world.
Right. And you know what? For a long time, I was an individual agent and I used to feel like a lone ranger. And now with having like Kira, who does transactions with us, and Brittany and myself and Adam, you know, everybody's got their special skill set.
And it allows you to fly.
Exactly. And we collaborate together, and working with Teresa, being on her team as well, we collaborate together, and we really have a lot of knowledge and experience, and we're able to brainstorm and just bring out the best ways to do things and make the best.
So does it
results.
help having somebody younger too that understands the social media stuff? Are you good with the social media, Brittany?
I am, but I only like to share certain things, you know, because I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I need to share that I have all these and this and that and this. So I try to be very strategic.
Well, that's the whole thing about Instagram is meant to be very curated. It's not meant to be, especially if you are looking at it for business. A lot of people will just put it on and look at me here, and look at me here, and look at me, you know, but really nowadays, Instagram is strategic in what am I trying to put out there? And I think the mistake in Instagram, there's two mistakes. One is that people think that these curated posts means this is their life. Like, oh my gosh, she just lives the most amazing life. Like,
Oh, yeah.
she's at this party and she's at this part. But it's like, okay, this is curated because, you know, a lot of people post fake it till you make it. I'm not sure what I think about that, right? Like you see people with their like Ferrari post and the $12 million house and
How many roommates do they have? Is it leased or is it owned?
Well, or is it just, or did they just take a picture in front of somebody's Ferrari that looked
exactly.
right? Yeah.
It's like all these questions.
Right.
And you know what's crazy is like, it's like nuts how it is. And it's like almost Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. It's the new reality television.
It sure
really
is. It is. But I think, so I think in business, it's like you want to look successful. You want to have curated posts, but you don't want to be fake. So there's this fine line of like, I want to make posts that are educational, interesting, motivational, that inspire you to want to follow, that show that I'm doing a good job, that I'm consistent, because it's kind of your resume too, without looking like I'm flashy, I'm a douchebag, I'm over the top, you know, I got this, you know, you wish you were me. So there's this like, how do you balance that, right?
Yeah, it's a good fine line of balance. And like sometimes, you know, I really want to post like a condo or this house that we're selling. Like we sold this really wonderful home and it was so historic to Arizona. Like it was one of the.
So did you post it?
Well, the thing is I was like, oh, I was thinking about it. But the thing is that I was getting so many calls of just like, I want to take pictures. I want to just get in here. And of course, like, I was aware of that when we were having the conversation of the seller and everything. And it was not like, okay, you know,
we should post it.
We should post it now that it's.
There you go. You should. You can do a sold.
Yeah, there we go. But when it was happening, I didn't want, it was very strategic.
But it is your resume. I mean, it's your resume. When people go to your page and they want to know, when they see, oh, Holly Waxman, Britney Waxman, I wonder what they do. And they look you up and they see nothing. They're like, oh, guess she doesn't do anything. Or they look you up and they're like, wow, they did this and they did this. And they
post the houses.
I know we should, right? All of them.
Mm-hmm. All of them. All of them.
Okay.
It's your resume. So it's literally, that's the thing, is that people use social media now to find out about you, good or bad, right? You know? So, you know, my kids growing up, I'm like, did you really just post that? Because, you know, like everyone's going to see that. And of course, you know, kids have to learn on their own and figure it out on their own.
Right.
And somehow they do.
Yeah. So.
But now you're in that place where it's like, go time.
Yeah.
It's a great place for people to like look you up and go, wow, this chick at 23, she's like doing it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it could be a good asset to have a part of it. And, you know, but yeah, you know, you have to be picky and choosy about it. And like, you know, so it's always a give and take and a good balance.
But we live and learn every day, right?
So here's your lesson, Brittany.
Tell me.
We never figure it out. We are twice your age. I have not figured it out. Holly, have you figured it out yet?
Every day we're all
You wake up and you go, okay, here we go
I'm
again.
just happy if I had to smile and I had to laugh and I was able to have some good time.
Right. That's what you kind of learn, right? And you just work hard and you stay authentic and you do the best you can for your clients and you make sure that they're happy and that they're heard and that they're, kind of getting what they're asking for too.
Right. And the other thing which we do is we put together a plan and we're kind of constantly, we strive on good communication and we keep them abreast of the market, but we give them a plan of what we're doing for their individual house and their individual needs. Because everybody has their own,
of course.
individual.
Well, I think communication just in general is so important. And I think that's probably where a lot of realtors fall really short is that they're like, got the listing, cool, and I'll talk to you after it sells. Right?
No.
Right.
There's
You can't do that.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. There's a lot to it.
There's a lot of hand holding in real estate, which, when you get your license, I think so many people, it's so easy for them to be like, they made so much money. All they did was show up and open a door. It is so much more than that. I can say that right after a year of real estate, like it is a lot of work and it's a lot of, with the marketing. I mean, the marketing is out of your pocket and there's no guarantee. You could lose the listing tomorrow and whatever you've put into it,
I always look at it like a lifestyle. I mean, because we work 7 days a week.
It's true.
And we don't work 9 to 5. So it is a lifestyle. And I think that's another reason why Britney is, among others, is so successful at this because she's,
Footloose and fancy free.
Yeah.
Well, it helps that you're not tied down with a husband and kids. And,
Oh, yeah.
But she's been with me through and was inspirational even in the expansion of my career because of life situations to
hustle.
and to expand and to focus on it.
How proud of you? How proud of your mom are you for what she's created?
I'm very proud of my mom. I think
I'm more proud of you.
it's so amazing. I think, we talk about it all the time. I don't think I would be able to go to a private school and live in DC Ranch if I didn't have my mom, her career.
So I have to say, I know this is your show, Holly, but I'm like,
It's all of our show here.
but it's amazing what you've created and, that you've gotten your daughter to want to follow in your footsteps says so much.
Thank you.
Truly, and I love that you guys are doing it together. And I think, and I talk about this all the time, but really what makes somebody hire somebody or want to work with somebody or go get their hair cut by somebody or get their Botox done by somebody is the connection that they feel and the trust that they feel or something that resonates when you meet somebody. And so I can see how people would totally resonate with the two of you because I think you bring two very complementary different things to the ball game, and that's so important because two is better than one and two viewpoints is better than one. And, it's great. It's great to see it. And you both love Scottsdale. You're from Scottsdale. And, I see a lot of value in the both of you. So, and I truly do believe that when somebody is looking for a home or looking to sell a home, it's a very personal thing and you really have to like and trust the person you're working with. So I would work with both of you.
Oh, thank you.
It's Lifestyle Jewels proved for sure.
Thank you. That really touches my heart, Julie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been fun from when Britney started in school with Max. I used to love his great hair. He always had the best hair coming to school. And they would get to school at 8 o'clock and 7:30, and Max always was
perfect.
Well,
all three of my kids, the hair, and my daughter, I started blow drying her hair when she was 4 months old. She had a full bob blown out at 4 months old.
Well, Max and Britney were always playing and having fun outside. Some of the kids were sitting and drawing and, riding. Brittany and Max were riding their bikes and having a good time.
So cute. I love it. I love seeing you grown up and doing your thing. And
thank you.
Anyways, so fun.
Well, thank you all for being here, and thank you, Julie, and thank you, Brittany. And
thank you.
And thanks for joining. And till next time, bye for now.